Hi, welcome to Intervention for Chapter 1 Mid-Chapter 1 Assessment. What we have here is the midpoint of GH is M, which is -6, -3, and one endpoint H, which is -4, 4. They want me to find the other endpoint. So what we're going to do here is we have H, which is -4, 4. That's the endpoint. And we have G that we do not know what that is. We're going to call it XY. And that is going to be the other endpoint that we're going to find out, what it is. So the midpoint here is going to be -6, -3. So in order to solve for this, what we're going to do is we're going to pretend like we already know what this endpoint is. Okay, so that's going to give me -4 plus x over 2. That would give me the coordinate of the midpoint. 4 plus y over 2 would give me the coordinate of the midpoint for the value of y. Now, we already know what that coordinate is. It's that. So what we need to do is equal this to this. That gives me -6 right there. And then equal this one to this one. 4 plus y over 2 equals -3. So to get rid of that, we're going to multiply it by 2. Gone, gone. That's going to give me -4 plus x equals -12. You add 4, x equals -8. So the value of x is going to be -8. Now for the second part, we're going to multiply it by 2. That's going to divide out. That's going to give me 4 plus y equals -6. You subtract 4, and you get y equals -10. So this is the coordinate of the other endpoint. In this case, it happens to be C. So that's example number 1. All right, for the second example, we have the following. It says the figure below is a rectangular shipping box. Name two different planes that contain DH. So if we look at DH is this line right here. So this line is contained in two different planes. It's contained in this side plane right here. Okay? And it is also contained in this front plane right there. So what we need to do is name that plane. All right, so the plane, I can call it plane ADE and plane CGH, which happens to be this one. Okay? Now, if I can go through the other ones and see that it's not going to be true. So ADE, that one is good, but FBC, that's the back plane, so that's not true. ADC, that's the top plane, and CGH, that would be CGH, that's this one. So this one will not work, but this one will. FBC, we already know that doesn't work, and ADC, we know that doesn't work. So the only one that works is these two. So that's example number 2. Let's look at example number 3 now. Okay, for example number 3, give me a second, bell's ringing. Okay, so for problem number 3, it tells you here that M is a midpoint, which means that we need to equal these two together. So that's going to be 4x plus 13 equals 3x plus 17. So then now what I need to do is I need to solve for x. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. That gives me x plus 13 equal to 17. Then you minus 13 on both ends, and you get x is equal to 4. Now, 4 is not the answer. What we need to do is go back and substitute that wherever we need to. So the question is asking for BM, which means that I'm going to substitute it right there. So 3 times 4 plus 17, that's going to give me 12 plus 17. That's going to give me a total of 29. So MB is going to equal 29, which in this case happens to be C. After watching these 3 examples, please go ahead and start your retake for the mid-Chapter 1 assessment.